David Dinakaran. David?
So, hi. Hello, everyone. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you, David.
Yeah, good evening, everyone. This is David. I'm working in Ahmedabad as an associate in the accreditation ranking office. Earlier, I worked as an associate in the communication area. So, today I want to focus mainly on the uh, holistic approach, which is called communication aspect in the mental health matters. So, I wanted to quote Mr. WHO Director. We are not just fighting an epidemic; we are fighting an infodemic. So, what is infodemic? Infodemic is an excessive amount of information concerning a problem, such that the solution is made more difficult. So, the major aspect of right now youth, concern is most of them are in social media, and the lot of news reports. The overload of the news uh, concerning the issues of COVID, and the issues of the economic situations, and the job market is going down. These are the issues where uh, which causes more stress for the youth, especially. So however, social media, if I wanted to put social media, uh, it may mislead, with the misinformation overload, which in turn may cause mental health problems. But it also has a positive effect in in coming out of this situation, by having a good conversation with someone, because we have to follow the social distancing in the future, in coming future, and nowadays also. So the major focus of social media interactions should be very much verified. In fact, fake news became a more it became more pandemic rather than the epidemic right now we are facing. So I suggest one of the recommendation is majorly on the um, in the issues of in the social media exposure. People tend to follow the misinformation a lot, and having a lot of misconceptions, and at last they tend to they tend to follow this anxiety and depression through this infodemic. So I suggest one of the recommendations is, as a policy intervention, is to check social media post, and that should be verified, and they have to curb the fake news as soon as possible. And although the government is doing a great work on the situations, but majorly the social media platform has to focus on these issues. I repeat, communication is the major tool to combat this mental health issues. I propose communication scientists as well as the psychologists, the career counselors, to be more trained to tackle the situation after the. Yeah, so I repeat, communication relationship is the major concern that we have to focus post COVID, as well as right now, the major my concern is about the effect on the career plan of the youth right now. So right now we have to focus on the university and uh, institution level. We have to provide the university career center should switch to virtual services and contain and continue to facilitate the career development for the college students. And the major concern right now is students couldn't finish their internship requirements, which they have to fill, which fulfill their graduation requirements. So regarding that, university and the institute should focus and advise students to take internship from work from home and provide that facility for the students to fulfill their graduation requirements. And there's a lot of distress among the students regarding the major concern about them is youth can be an asymptomatic carriers, and students may be worried about putting their elder family members at increased risk for infection with severe complications. Because of that, they actually stop going to the hometowns and being with their family in these situations rather than staying back in their colleges. But they should be right now. Major focus should be among the people who stranded students who are stranded in their colleges and universities, and provide them a good career perspectives. And I wanted to quote one of my friend in our discussions that we have to have an acceptance of the situation right now, the art of acceptance of the situation, that this is going to be this is going to cause a lot of job losses. But right now, as Ritvik and other people has suggested, the occasional training has to be focused upon. And one more last point I wanted to stress upon is I want to quote a research which gave a very good recommendation after SARS has been SARS pandemic has been taken place. After post SARS, they started most of the healthcare industry has started tele mental health initiatives, which been found effective in treating anxiety and depressive symptoms, and implementing telemental health will facilitate the delivery of counseling services to address students pursuing mental health concerns. So those 2 points that I wanted to stress upon were the major focus of even mainstream media and as well as social media concerned about stopping the fake news, which became an infodemic right now. And the second point is student universities or institutions should take up a policy intervention to give career counseling and provide them the internship and other requirements to fulfill their graduation, as well as to give to make them understand the acceptance of the situations right now. And last point, as I already mentioned, tele-mental health initiatives has to be taken care, and funds from the government has to be um, you know uh, uh, focus on this issue right now. I thank you everyone for giving me this opportunity, and looking forward to hear more perspectives from all of you.
Thank you, David, for your time and the description of how various communication tools could be involved to address youth mental health and also career perspectives. And if we could move on, we have Mr. Bootaka Jr.